Hello and welcome to the Beatdown. The Beatdown is where we pin off two superheroes or two supervillains against each other to see who'd get their booty kicked in and who'd walk over their unconscious body in a one-on-one fight. We provide you the basic info and you decide who the real winner is. Today's matchup is two rivals with very similar attributes and powers, Black Adam and Shazam. Starting with Black Adam, he is one of my favorite villains, so I'm 100% biased towards him. Black Adam resides in New Earth. His name is known as Adam. His alias known as Black Adam. He is a male standing at a whopping 6'3", 250 pounds. Now he is one beefy boy. His occupations include prince, dictator, and archaeologist, surprisingly. And his hometown is a place I can't pronounce, so I will not say it. When he first fought Shazam, he was actually not a prince, but rather a slave, and hadn't become a prince until later. The equipment that Black Adam uses is nothing. He just has his suit, and that's really it. He just has his suit. Now, on occasion, he is known to wear the yellow Green Lantern ring, but that is a whole different video in itself. Moving on to powers. I'll briefly go over his powers. I do have a video about Black Adam's powers if you'd like to see a more in-depth view of it, so I'll just go over it briefly. So his powers are basically the powers of the Egyptian gods and the power of Shazam. He's basically Shazam, just evil in terms of power. He can do everything that Shazam does, he's just evil. Some abilities that Adam possesses is Egyptology, he's multilingual, he's an expert fighter which makes him a serious threat on the battlefield, and he's not a brawler like Shazam is. Along with that, he's a weapons expert. Moving on to weaknesses. I've already put out a video on Adam's weaknesses. If you want a more in-depth look at it, go check out that video, but I will quickly run through the list of his weaknesses, and it ain't much. He's really weak to large amounts of lightning, so getting zapped by a thunderbolt could kill him. His mortal form, if he reverts back to his mortal form or human form, he'll basically die before he can do anything, like seen in the movie. His last weakness is magic, so other mystical beings could really do a number on him. The wizard Shazam, if he was still around, Zatanna, Dr. Fate, they could really do a number on Black Adam. Moving on to feats. He can easily break and throw stuff like tanks and massive battleships like they're paper made. He can also be seen trading blows with Superman and can actually beat the Man of Steel from time to time. It normally takes two extremely powerful superheroes to best Black Adam. Another feat I thought was really cool was that he was able to rip off Amazo's head after a few seconds of fighting him. After Amazo started learning about how to fight Black Adam and started absorbing some of his powers, Black Adam realized this and said, "How about no?" and proceeded to rip his head clean off. And with all that being said about Adam, I like to give a fight IQ score. I'd give him a 4.0 out of 5. His combat experience is what really makes him shine in a fight, because he knows how to compose himself in a stressful situation, along with adapting really fast during a fistfight with stronger opponents. Moving on to Shazam. Shazam is from Earth Prime, though there are multiple Earths out there in the universe, but we'll be focusing on Earth Prime. And his identity is known as Billy Batson, with his alias as Shazam, formerly known back in the day as Captain Marvel or Captain Marvel. But since the whole split up with DC and Marvel doesn't really like that, so DC kind of retconned it a little bit. His gender is a male. He stands at 6'2", 215 pounds. Shazam is beefy, but Billy is still a scrawny teenager who doesn't even come close to his counterpart Shazam. His net worth is nothing. His occupation is student, and his hometown is Philly, Pennsylvania. His equipment he uses is nothing, the same as Black Adam. Moving on to powers. The powers of Shazam, which is an acronym. The acronym is different from Black Adam's, and while Black Adam derives his powers from the ancient Egyptian gods, Billy gets his power from the ancient Greek gods and heroes. The acronym in order stands for Wisdom of Solomon, Strength of Hercules, Stamina of Atlas, Power of Zeus, Courage of Achilles, and Speed of Mercury, which spell out Shazam. These powers are the same as Black Adam, just different names, and with a few additional ones that Shazam can do that Black Adam cannot, which are summonings, size alteration, thermal blasting, and power distribution. Like we see in the movie, how he gives his power to his siblings, allowing them to possess some form of power from Shazam, or all of his powers. Abilities that Shazam possesses is none. Besides the abilities that come with his powers, Shazam doesn't have any fighting form or knowledge of martial arts like Adam does. And his weaknesses are actually a little different from Black Adam's. So I do have a video talking about Shazam's weakness if you want to learn more about them, but his weaknesses are his inexperience of actually being Shazam and his vocal suppression. Basically, if you cover Billy's mouth and he can't say Shazam, he can't transform. Some feats that Shazam has done throughout his career as Shazam is beating a monster that absorbed the powers of Superman, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, and Elongated Man. He also two-shotted Superman, hitting him twice and just knocking him out. Along with that, in the comics, he's actually been able to keep up with the Flash and calling him a slowpoke once they return to the Hall of Justice. With all that being said, I'd give Shazam a fight score of 2.8 out of 5. His inexperience in fighting makes him kind of useless against somebody like Black Adam, who possesses similar abilities and powers. Who do you think should win today's matchup? Let me know in the comment section below as to who you think should win this fight. In my opinion, Black Adam's the winner here. But with all the information I've provided, I believe that Black Adam is the winner here. And with that being said, that concludes today's video. I hope you liked the video, and leave a like if you did, and I'll see you next time.